I'm going to my sister's house for a pre-Thanksgiving dinner. She wants me to bring a vegetable. Artichoke hard casseroles, one of the family's favorite, but I wasn't able to get them at the store. So I'm going to do our next family favorite, corn casserole. It is so easy. That's all you need, basically, 4 to 5 ingredients, depending on if you want to add that 5th ingredient, which in my book, everybody wants to add the 5th ingredient, and that's a block of cheddar cheese. So here we have it. We're going to make corn casserole. We've got 4 cans of corn, 2 blocks of cream cheese. And you know what, folks? You can use the light cream cheese if you really must. It just depends who's coming at the dinner time, who's going to be there. But most people like to taste the nice, thick, creamy flavor. I know my kids do. So we're going to start out with 2 blocks of cream cheese. And we're going to heat the cream cheese with a stick, maybe a stick and a half of butter. It really depends what kind of mood I'm in. And I'm going to have to put my nice big skillet here on. We're going to put the cream cheese. We're going to start by melting the cream cheese and the butter into our skillet, because this will take a little time. Get my little trusty old spoon out. I had this out a little bit at room temperature, so it's a little harder to get off. There we go. There's one. And we'll bring our butter over as well. And just drop in that 2nd block of cream cheese. It looks like we're making a cheesecake, doesn't it? But we're not. We're making a vegetable. And we're going to throw in a stick of butter because we don't have enough fat to our casserole. We're going to add a little bit more to it. And I'm even going to throw in, actually I'm going to wait on this half a stick. We're going to let this all start melting together. And we're going to finish opening our cans of corn here. I've got a few cans already opened. Because I like this, you're going to have to drain it well. Take my trusty can opener that takes the whole lid off, so you don't have to worry about cutting yourselves. I like this better than the other ones that we had growing up where I would always cut myself. There we go. All right, so we've got 4 cans of just wonderful plain corn, not the creamed corn. We're making that part. And I've got 2 cans of chopped chilies, green chilies. All right, and these we are not going to drain. We want to keep this completely undrained. We don't want to drain the chilies. Okay, come on, lid. Sometimes they're a little difficult to get off, so we gotta work at it. There we go. We're going to come and stir. Looks like our butter is melting really nicely. And our cream cheese blocks. So we've got 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, a stick, and I am going to throw, because I cook, not by recipes, but by sight, I'm going to throw in that extra half a stick of butter. So we're talking 3/4 cups of butter. But this is going to be a creamed corn, and not really creamed corn, we just call it corn casserole. It's kind of like a creamed, I suppose, that you can buy in a can, but we're gonna drain. Let me get we need to get this, and we need this to grate our cheese, and just drain our corn here. Guess I should have got my bigger strainer here. 2 more cans here to drain. And I'm going to start adding the grated cheese. Now this is just a little something that I added because one of my daughters thought, you know what? Cheese always adds a lot more flavor and texture. So I'm adding the cheese to the cream corn. Now to make this casserole, this does not have to be completely melted, but I like to just kind of break up the cream cheese. You don't want to do it too high. Okay. And you can start adding the drained corn because it's all going to be working together here on the stove. And I don't have any more room in my little trusty orange strainer. You know how old this strainer is? Lots of memories. And you know what? Cooking for me is all about memories. There are certain foods that trigger certain memories in your family. Corn casserole, this food brings out a really warm, friendly, comforting memory to my family. My kids, they all want creamed or corn casserole. So, we got that drained. We're going to add this. You can sort of hear it's heating up. It's sizzling a little bit over here. I don't know if you can hear that, but oh, yum. There we go. And we're going to put our 2 cans chopped chilies. We're going to dump them right in right now. You know what? It doesn't matter. Everything. The beauty of this casserole, it's a nice, easy, very fast casserole to make. And everybody loves it. Now look at all that corn in there. You probably thought 2 8-ounce cream cheese is way too much, but it's really not. And one daughter of mine would probably put another 8 ounces. That's how much she likes that creamy texture. And you know, I probably could have added another half a block. But I think this will work well because I'm adding that extra 5th ingredient of the cheddar cheese. So we're going to grate that and add that to this. We're going to let that just kind of cook together right here in the stove. And we're going to come over here. You get a plate. Forgot my trusty old plate. And we're going to grate some. I bought Sharp. You can buy any kind of cheddar cheese. I think Sharp is really a safe for a sharp cheese. I think a little extra sharp is good, but this is just Sharp. Now this is where your grandkids come in handy. My grandkids were always in the kitchen with me cooking, and they loved to grate my cheese. And so I miss them. And you know what cooking is about? For me, it's about family and my friends. And we've got, well, this is an 8-ounce block, and that's gonna shred at least a couple cups worth of cheddar cheese. And I don't normally put in salt. I'm going to probably add a little pepper. You could put a little bit of salt if you'd like. I'm going to leave that as an optional ingredient. But this is a really nice dish to pass. And again, it's so quick. You can do it last minute before you're leaving to like my sister's house. We're going to be going there for dinner tonight. So you make it on top of the stove. You could, if you really wanted to be fancy, you could prepare it on the stove, put it in your casserole dish, and bake it in the oven. And I'm just going to leave it, I'm going to call it done on top of my stove because I'm all about saving time, doing things quickly yet deliciously. So here we go. You hear it? Oh yes, that's getting nice and warmed. And I don't know if you can see, here it is. There's still chunks of cream cheese that still need to be blended, but it's going to all be melted together. And I'll put a little bit of black pepper. And I'm going to put just a little bit of salt. That's it. Because we do have salt in the cream cheese and the cheddar cheese. And I'm going to add the cheddar cheese now. There's a chunk for somebody later. There. And basically, that is it. And I'm going to just cover it. Let the cheese all melt together. Work its way through all the corn, the cream cheese, and the chopped chilies. And when it's done, we'll pour it into a real nice looking casserole and have it all set to bring for dinner tonight. And here is our finished product, our corn casserole, which again we had 4 cans of corn drained. You want to make sure you take the water out of the corn. 4 cans of drained corn, 2 cans of our chopped chilies, just throw them right in there. But before we did that, we melted 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, 1.5 sticks of butter. And you just melted it just to break it down. Then you added the corn, the chilies, and don't forget our 5th ingredient was that 8-ounce block of cheddar cheese. And the cheddar cheese, I just shredded it up and stuck it in the pan as everything was melting together. And now we have a beautiful casserole dish that we can put it in, and it's all set to take to my sister's house tonight for dinner and share in another memorable family time around the table, enjoying food, enjoying the fellowship, and then afterwards remembering the memories that this simple little corn casserole brought to our wonderful dinner together as families. So remember, food, family, friends, and memories. Enjoy.